You give me some ideas now. I have to cut the bottom, just leave the top.
Just leave the top. Yo, if you do that, that's full on. We are live right now talking to Pete Nominal and about his porn stash. You know what I'm saying? But we are live.
We're live. Welcome.
100%. Hey, yo, man, what's going on? Y'all can hear me well? I got my little, I got my little R&B situation going on. Like, dance. We don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah.
It's the hand movements.
It is.
Gotta know.
Okay, you're doing the Michael Jackson now?
See,
I
if
know,
y'all
right?
don't know nothing,
He went
if
from
y'all
Bobby
don't know
Brown to
nothing,
Michael
Bobby
Jackson.
Brown had this joint. That mugger pulled this shit close to his ear when it's time to hit them high notes, and you got to.
He did do that. Bobby did that.
Bobby, you over there body rocking like, and you know.
I'm glad I'm not there to see that. It's too much for me.
Man, what's going on, Intelligent Ratchet? This is your boy Bishop Omega. The homeboy Raph is in the building. We got Pete Nom. Just is going to be on here soon. You know what I'm saying? He had to run to the other side of his luxurious mansion to feed his llamas. So he'll be back soon. He'll be back soon. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
It's a full-on 6,000 square feet. He has to walk. You know what I'm saying?
That's a long way.
Yeah, just to get his llamas.
Yes, he has to leave them breadcrumbs there just to get back.
Right. Nah. What it is, when Segways went out of business, he came in and got the rest of them. You know what I mean? So
okay,
he's 32 Segways in his home. You know what I'm saying? Lined up against it. So
32.
Yeah, because the help needs it also. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about the help.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's just not gonna have, you know what I'm saying, the help walk around. You know what I'm saying? Bartholomew and Samuel and them walking around the whole, they got Segways, so it's all good.
Speaking of segues, welcome again, everyone, to another episode of Intelligently Ratchet. If you are seeing us on YouTube or Twitch, for that matter, make sure you share this on your timeline, share it with your friends, invite them, have a good time with us, as we've got lots and lots of ground to cover. We got some sports, we got some rumors, we got all things yay to talk about today, which we literally could be the whole episode because there's so much information. There goes King Just. Back from the other side.
What up, Just?
Back from the other side of the compound. You know what I'm saying? From feeding.
How your llamas, man?
How your llamas?
No, they're not llamas. They're alpaca.
Oh my God. My bad. You into that alpaca fur? I got you.
We want to apologize deeply. You know, I told him that you were over there feeding him or whatever, so you had to go to on your Segway to the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It take a little bit of time. I make sure everything closed up. They in for the night. So
that's good.
Gotta take care of your merchandise. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, because how else are you gonna smuggle those diamonds into France? You know what I'm saying? So
look, it's like riding alpacas. I don't care what you say.
He said ain't nothing like riding.
Exactly.
The whole fam.
Hey, that's it.
That must be a really lucrative type of business.
Hey, it does okay.
I know it does. I see what you got on your hand. I see, your 7,000 square foot house and 17 cars.
Right, 6 cars. You know what I'm saying? He got 6 cars. He can listen. This man got 6 cars and 7 garages. You know what I'm saying? He just got a garage just to mess.
Look, I still live in Durham, so I don't know about y'all. But
that's one of your houses.
One of your houses.
Stop being modest, man. Stop being modest.
I don't have that Wake Forest money. So
okay.
Oh no!
Look at Raph. He talking to us?
Yo, listen.
I don't live there. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Listen, you got moats. These motherfuckers got moats and jaw bridges. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying? Raph is doing like
they talking. About, I get my alpaca feed from P9.
Right. Listen.
I won't go hip him to that, man. I was gonna leave that out. I was gonna leave it out.
Hey, Jess, if you see Raph doing this on the side, that means he's feeding his koi fish in his floor.
Exactly.
There's no koi fish space in Morrisville.
Except for at your house.
Right.
No.
Yeah, right.
Not yet, anyway, but that's a goal. That's a just goal over there.
You're cutting the trees down. I got you. You building out.
building now.
Got to be close to the airport.
This is temporary,
right.
so you can get out of here. Right.
Yeah,
Raph will have a private golf trail right to the back. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna connect to your house too, because
Nah, bro, I'm in Durham.
I'm in Durham.
Durham. Gotcha, bro.
I'm in Durham. You know what I'm saying? Bishop on the next side of Durham. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't know. No. I have a fast food restaurant across the street from my crib. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing nice about that. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, what that mean? I was giving you my location.
Don't don't
be doing that.
I thought about it. I was like, never mind.
You know,
they're already trying to dime us out.
The fast food restaurant yours. You know what I'm saying?
It's fast food restaurants nearby.
Yeah,
that doesn't necessarily mean you got a low end property. Depends on what fast food restaurant. That's what it really is.
But I'm by train tracks too. So anytime you cross over the train tracks in Durham, you know that puts you in a bad neighborhood. If it's train tracks anywhere in Durham, like you're going into the bad neighborhood.
Come on now, bro. Well, I'm definitely in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, right. You own half the railroad tracks.
I live in East Durham.
Durham. Oh man.
Shoot, man. What we got going on, bitch?
Oh, so you know what I'm saying? Since I'm still in Facebook restriction, I got my inmate number up there. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all, you know what I mean? But yo, I want to talk. Like I just got off the phone with my brother or whatever. And he hit me on to something that was super stupid. After we got to talk about my Eagles, our beloved Eagles. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And since you're on Intelligently Ratchet, you are Eagles fan, and that's just how it's going to have to be going forward. And if you don't like it, you can catch the damn button. But he was telling me about our homeboy Stacks, Steven Jackson. Good old Steven Jackson. And then I don't know how I missed this, but Steven Jackson, former NBA player, 44 years old, very rich man, out there on O Block talking about, I'm in the middle of O Block, 12:42 at night, with all my chains on.
Hey.
He's on O Block. Now, if you know who O Block, this part, if you don't know where O Block is, do some research. We're not going to go through all the what's going on O Block, but it's
I was just out there. I ain't stopped though.
Very dangerous place in
You ain't stopped?
I ain't stopped. I wanted to. I ain't stopped.
Listen, he gonna be out there, and I'm like this. And this is his quote.
What's his quote?
I'm on O Block with all my chains out. Y'all N-words can't do this. Steven Jackson, Stack from the Open Smoke. Mr. Protesting for George Floyd and all that stuff. What I'm saying this is right here. Stacks is what, 2 years older than me and Justin, right? Yeah. 2 years. That's 2 years our senior. And 3 years younger than P Nominal. So, because with your mustache, P Nominal, that makes you 50. Okay, so I want to talk about this. I want to talk about because I don't like stupidness, right? Like, first of all, I'm not wearing all my chains. If I had chains, you know what I'm saying? Intelligent Ratchet might do well. Might do well at some point, right? And I might get some chains. But I'm not wearing all my chains.
Not wearing
anywhere at one time. At 42 years. I'm just not gonna do it. Like you could I'll get some lavish stuff. If you got the money to pay, okay. But I'm not gonna walk in the hood. I'm also not gonna walk in the hood on O Block at 12 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock at night is prime time if you're from any street. If you're a street person, it's prime time to get your ass shot if you're not supposed to be outside.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? That's true.
I'm also not going to be 6'7" standing all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Because all the gangsters on the block is all 5'8" and under. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's going to shoot you is going to be under 6 foot. That's how it goes, right? And I'm not going to be on there bragging, talk about other cats can't do this. Like, first of all, what type of clout are you trying to get, bro? You've made it. You've made it. It's you. First of all, you went to college, bro. You've been in the NBA, bro. He in O Block with a damn chain on, with all his chains on, with a basketball out here dunking on O Block goals. Like, what type of coony shit are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, if you see this video, it makes me cringe. And I just want to bring that up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know, am I wrong in my thinking? You know what I'm saying? Should I allow this man to live his life in a way? But I think it's sending a bad message. It's sending a bad message for older cats.
But isn't that kind of part of his MO, like to say how tough he is, and I'm kind of vibrato of his personality. Every time I see a Steven Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see a Steven Jackson interview, if he ain't talking about George Floyd or some random NBA game, he's like, "Oh man, because I'm a real one. I do this, that, and the third." And I just listen, man. Everybody gonna live their life the way they want to live it. If you want to be older person, not old obviously, but old enough to know better, and you want to be out in the hood with your chains on and show off, do that. You know what I'm saying? You end up like your boy Young Berg and somebody riding around with your chain, then hey, that's your fault too, bro. You put that on yourself.
Like
you put that out there.
It's like this, and yeah, sure you protected. Sure you might be protected on old block by because you said I checked in and everything like that, and that's fine. You check in, all right, cool. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm a civilian. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of the culture. You dig what I'm saying? So you check in, you do. But my thing is this right here. That's the message you putting out there, right? But then you're contradicting yourself because you just turned yourself into a fool. I'm a big person in like, don't be out here doing stupid stuff so somebody else could think they can mimic that and not realize what you done. You ain't give us the steps that you had to go through. You ain't say, yo, I had to speak to these 3 OGs and they let everything go because you're not on O Block with all your chains on, just visiting. Like no 4 of us could go on there with all our chains. We could get some chains out the back of the Source magazine right now. We can, like, honestly, let's be real. We could go get chains right now and drape ourselves out and go sit on a corner of downtown Durham and act like we did, and they will come get us out from the south side. They'll just go.
But we know better though.
You out here, like you should, like if you in gang, you should know better. Like, and this is after. I mean, I guess this is before. Yeah, because it was back in June. So this, you know what I'm saying. But I just heard this. I was like, man, tell me this dude ain't do this after what happened with, you know what I'm saying, with P&B. You know what I'm saying. Let's not. I hope that he didn't do this shit.
Point.
You know what I'm saying, right? But then I looked at it was back in June.
But if he did it, he knew that nobody was going to run up and get him because he checked in. He did everything he needed to do. So at this point, he was just fronting.
And I'm like, but that's sending a bad message.
I agree.
Hey, you know what, Bishop? Let me piggyback for just a moment in slightly a different direction. What is y'all's philosophy on checking in? Like, do you feel like it is a need, it's a necessary survival mechanism? Do you feel like it's something that's just ridiculous because only Black people talk about this shit, or is it just what is y'all opinion on this idea of checking in?
First of all, it's not all Black people. Is anybody that's any criminal? If you're doing any criminal,
if you in the streets, any street
right?
People, not
any person that's doing criminal activity, you have to check in. That is absolutely. I mean, Italians do it. You know what I'm saying? Mexican mafia, whatever. Mexicans do it. It's if you're the Jewish, if you're stepping in someone else's territory, then you have to say, hey, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm doing.
Means though? In what regard? When you say step into the territory,
it's a phone call. Like I'm saying, if like it's kind of like this. It's almost like this. If I'm trying to make money. If I'm coming to like you DJing a party and I want to DJ too, and you've been DJing this club the whole time, I need to come talk to you to see if it's cool for me to do what I'm doing. Like, yo, I want to take the room. I'm not gonna do the main floor. Can I go do the room over here? You know what I'm saying? It's just you stepping in somebody's area, and that could be seen disrespectful because if you don't let them know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? What are you here for?
And it's not even, and shoot, even when I go home, I check in, but it's more so, I won't say safety, but like, hey, I'm around for a couple of days. The car with the out-of-state plates, the white joint with the out-of-state plates, that's me.
Right.
So now it's like, all right, don't nobody touch that. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what you're checking in for.
Yeah, that's what I'm
trying to get to.
That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. You don't want to be, caught in the crossfire about stuff.
But
so.
but it's like this. What me can we go? Can it's like this? Can we fly? Like when they say checking in, it's like this. It's about like if you talking that shit. Like intelligently ratchet, we shouldn't have to check in nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like because we're not. It's not that we're that tough. It's just that we're not that important. We're not on that We're not on that radar. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want you to like think you got to come to Chapel Hill and you got to check in with Kazi. Like, no, shit, you go to Chapel Hill. Like, I'm not checking in with Kazi. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I don't know. I gotta check in with Justin because he owns half of Durham. So
right.
I do not. I am not that guy here. I am not that guy here.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't come over here hosting or nothing like that in Durham. Like, y'all coming out here
Maybe in Ellis
Here we
Crossing.
go.
Maybe in Ellis Crossing. You come to Ellis Crossing, you know what I'm saying? Sure.
Right. We say my subdivision. My subdivision. But yeah. But I think it's necessary in some things if you talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on that, you're pretty much good. You know what I'm saying? But
if you're not like a prominent figure in whatever your realm is.
Right, whatever. But I'm saying it's like this. If you're more in that gangster shit, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're on that gang, you got it. Like, if you're talking about I'm out here body, I'm the toughest dude ever, then yeah, if you go to Houston, it's okay to talk to somebody out there. Like, hey, I'm coming out. Or you might not check in, but have your peoples check in. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be connected anyway. You know what I mean? Because that is wolves out there.
I got you.
There's wolves out there. And if you're trying out here,
they're ready for you.
Right. And it's like this, especially if you're not coming into town and just doing this right here, going to your hotel room, to whatever you need to do, and going back to your hotel room. If you think you're going to be sitting out, I'm be hanging out and doing this right here. I'm doing, you know what I mean? You out here doing in the streets, doing stuff that's non-community service. Nah, B, go ahead and make sure people know you out here.
Well, that kind of wraps it up a little bit better because I was what made it fresh on my mind. You was explaining the story about Steven Jackson. I recently watched an interview about Rich Homie Quan. He was on Matt Hoffa's podcast.
Okay.
He was telling the story about how he went to L.A. and he he ran into Big U. And he was like, oh, Big U was like talking to him, like, oh yeah, your flight landed at da time. Oh yeah, you staying over there on blah 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 hotel. Oh, ain't your boy the one that's driving da. Like, oh, like no. He was like, yo, they knew all this stuff before I even got here. So, but again, that's a different demographic. It's a different presentation. So. I'm like, Taylor Swift ain't checking in when she go to LA. I'm just saying.
Oh no, Taylor
Swift
that's a different. She stays away though. She stays away from those areas though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you're not talking that shit, like Will Smith don't have to check in. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think Will Smith. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations. It's who you checking in. You know what I mean? It's what you talking about, and who you checking in with, and who you trying to be around.
After that slap though, he might have to check in.
Yo, Will Smith slapping. Man. Yo, Will Smith slapping everybody. You know what I'm saying? He about to, I don't care. I'm Will Smith because he's from Philly, and what we do in Philly, we don't care. You see how Philly is winning. You know what I'm saying? You see how Philly when we smacking people. We out here in the World Series. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go fighting.
We out here, man. It's Red October. You know what I'm saying? We out here. The Phillies is out. Phillies came in limped in, was like, yo, under 500 and made it to the World Series. You know what that means? That, we nasty out here. You know what I'm saying? We rocky. You know what I'm saying? We rocky right now. We chasing chickens and punching beef size of beef. That's how the Phillies got in the joint. Now look at these Eagles. Oh, my God.
What about the Sixers?
We still good?
The Sixers are still good. It's still early on in the season. We figuring shit out. You know what I'm saying? We figuring out. I'm not too mad at them. But what we did though, if y'all sports fans, if y'all didn't know, who we picked up was Robert Quinn. You know what Robert Quinn is? Out of the top 100 NFL players, he's a defensive end, right? He's number 48 out of the top 100. Listen here, and he's a defensive end. So that means at defensive end, he's probably got to be at least number 5 or 6.
I don't know about all that. I think he's top 10, but I don't think he's that close to 5 though.
But I'm saying when you pair him up with Fletcher Cox and Sweat on the other side,
you're talking about just the individual. You're not talking about See, I see what you're trying to do.
You see, he's about to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's gonna be protected. If he ain't going to the Hall of Fame, him fucking around with these Eagles this year, he going to the Hall of Fame. 95 sacks in one season. I'm calling it out right now. He's just gonna be obliterating.
He said 95 sacks
in one season. He's out of here. He's going out of here. You know what I'm saying? Give him 200 sacks. The ghost of Reggie White gonna jump into him, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something stupid. But nah, I think and we got him for a 4th round pick. And if y'all and if y'all don't, and what I'm saying, if y'all don't realize, if y'all not football fans, I'm gonna explain this to you in lamest terms.
Okay.
That's like going to the BMW lot, right? And saying, hey, I would like this BMW 2022, fully loaded with leather seats. And they're going to say, okay, what are you going to put down for your down payment? Spitting wishes. That's what I'm going to do. Give me my car, and they give it to you. They're like, here you go. How much you paying a month for your car? I'm paying food stamps. Whatever I have left on my food stamp card, and I'm giving them 5 packs of gum. That's the equivalent of that deal that we just got there. We wrote them an IOU. That's what we did. We was like, hey man, let me get an assassin for an IOU. Like,
how old is he? Oh, he's like 32.
He's 32.
Man, that whole analogy you gave is more like y'all just went to Wendy's and got the 5 for $5. You got a good deal on it.
You know what? See, this is why I don't like Raph. And that's why he has to go. That's why it has to be at least one time. Raph needs to get out of here. Talking about we went to get a 5.
No, I'm saying he's 32 years old. He's already on the decline. So I mean, that's not me hating. That's
no, you're right. You're right. He's
that's
32.
32-year-old. He has a couple of health issues already. He can give you guys a good run if you put him in 3rd down. He can't do, the full game all the time. You got a good deal out of it. 4th round. Well, let's not make it seem as though he's a BMW.
What I'm saying is right here. When they line up 100 people, and you above 50, and you a defensive end, you talking some shit.
He's a Cadillac with high miles. That's all he is.
I'll give it to you.
A high mileage caddy. That's what he is.
But it's still he pretty.
I'm not. I mean, again, I'm not downing the guy, but let's keep it a buck. He's a 32-year-old defensive lineman.
But I'm saying this right here. But now you're taking him out where he has to do work with Chicago. Now you're putting him in the number 1 defense in the league that don't need him. Like, it's like this. Like, you got that Cadillac. It's high mileage, right? But you also got a Porsche and you got a Bentley in there. You just got, this is your Sunday car now. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. You smell that? You smell what that, you know what the defense of the Eagles smells like right now? French toast, okay? That's what our defense smells like. Can you smell it? You know what that smells like? It's success. You know what? I should quit this and just I should do commentary for Sports Center. You know what I'm saying?
No, please
Put me on first take. Put me on first take against Stephen A.
we don't need another Stephen A.
No, we don't need another Stephen A.
We
don't need another Stephen A. like we need another Kanye. So.
Oh man! All right, so I just want to get all that out the way, man. Just the bullshit out the way, so we can talk about Kanye and the shit that's going on. And you know what I want to do? Hey, I normally throw it to you first, or I want to throw it to our good friend Raph, because Raph said he has a different take on this Kanye situation.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it, Raph.
Okay.
Floor is yours, sir.
The floor is yours.
I think.
We don't care what you think, Raph. That's what
Yo, that was good. That was good. You know what? That's why I wish you guys lose every single season from now on. I'll be on record to say fuck the Eagles.
Hey, Raph, I couldn't help myself. I was like, yo, this shit.
No, that was good. That was good.
I want to apologize.
No. You good.
I know for real though, Raph. For real. I promise. My hands are right here. My hands are right here. I'm not.
No, I think like I was talking to Phenom about it a couple times. I think a lot of people are giving him too much credit lately about he's doing this to get out of contracts. He's doing this for freedom, and he's going to come back and get more money. I'm like this guy, while he has high ambitions, I think some people give him too much credit, when in reality, everything he's done, he keeps on shooting himself in the foot. When you piss off not just JP Morgan, because you could get another banker, but when you piss off somebody like CAA, when you talk shit about, I don't know if you guys know Ari Emanuel.
Who's that?
You guys ever watched the show Entourage?
Mm-hmm.
Heard of it? No, I've never seen it.
Right. So the guy's name is Ari Gold.
Yeah, the lawyer.
That's
the lawyer
who
agent.
Yeah. That's who Ari Emanuel is. So that character was based off of him. The guy owns and has a heavy influence throughout the entire media and agency. So when you talk shit about him, shortly after CAA dropped him, because Ari Emanuel helped create CAA along with other huge agencies. So now you're cutting off your potential contracts with, a lot of media. When you talk shit about, of course, the Jewish community, you're going to get that end of it. When you talk shit about the Black community, there goes your base. There goes the people who supported you from the jump street. So all he keeps doing is just severing ties. And that's why his Forbes value dropped. I think he's now worth 400 million. And the more and more he does it, that's why I have a feeling that he's having an episode and he doesn't have a strong core of people around him to stop him from himself. He has the Candace Owens who are mooching off of him, using his name so she could promote her documentary of some fake shit, because that's what she's about. And when you have a bunch of yes people, they don't give two fucks about your health. They just want, money.
Right.
So just recently I sent Phenom an article. He got kicked out of Skechers today.
Yeah.
He showed up to Skechers, demanded a meeting. They're like, we ain't got you in the books. Get the fuck out.
Right.
So I'm like, now you're going to Skechers? You know what I'm saying? You went from Balenciaga to Versace. Now them fuckers ain't going to answer the phone for you. Adidas don't want you no more. Nike is not going to touch you. So now you're going to Skechers? What's next? New Balance?
Whoa.
Hey, hold on now.
on the totem pole of sneakerhood, Skechers is below New Balance. Like he should have went to New Balance first and then Skechers, because Skechers is at bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he did though.
But I want to say this though, like when people report and stuff, it's like, and I don't agree with Kanye in a lot of ways, right? And sometimes it's not about what you say, bro. It's how you say it. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, because he could have said what he wanted to say, the same thing, a lot more judiciously and eloquently, maybe, and just not throwing people under the bus, because I'm not a firm believer in that one race is just doing that. Nah, I think that no, there is systemic racism, and if you would have called it what it was and said this is systemically what's going on in America, and this is how then no one would. I don't think anyone would have had a problem with that. It's when you try to say, hey, Jewish people, like whoa, that's kind of like saying all Black people, are gangsters and all Mexican people are lazy. You know what I'm saying? No, there's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got some dangerous ass Black people. We got some lazy ass Mexicans, but we also got some lazy ass Black people, some dangerous ass Mexicans, some dangerous ass white people. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. So we all have our pieces of negativity within our groups. You know what I'm saying? But if you talk about a whole, then no. A lot of Jewish people don't really care about, about money and nothing like that. They just as broke as you. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact is that, yeah, a percentage of people from that community own things that they looked at and was like, oh shit, we have the capital to help this out. And then that gave them more money, and they have capital and they're just in leadership. Fine. It's like this. We as black people and other minorities didn't get a fair shake. We didn't. But if we're starting to get into controlling areas where we are now, it's like this. Yeah, the world is changing. The world is changing. Now you're starting to see people get into places like I put up the other day. I'm tired of hearing the first person of color in 2022. There should be no more first persons of color in higher end jobs and stuff like that. We shouldn't have the first 5-star general be the first black 5-star general. We should have had, when we should have had the first 5-star general back in 1956 when homeboy shot up fucking a platoon and saved, his own platoon and dragged cats out with bullets in his legs. That dude should be a 5-star general. You know what I'm saying? Should be having a monument. But we don't have that because of systemic racism and backwards thinking people that have been in leadership. Now we're starting to get past that. Now Kanye with that whole, you know what I'm saying? I just discovered Hebrew Israelite shit. Like like chill out. That shit didn't have to be said. And on the back end of it,
Mm.
I don't like the fact that people are celebrating his failure. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like
That part.
like people are fucking celebrating the fact that this the new thing. They cheering. Oh, Kanye got kicked out of Skechers. And they're happy about that shit. Like you couldn't get in the Skechers.
But here's the thing though. I think most people don't want to celebrate people's failures. Just me specifically, the reason I don't like the guy now and I don't listen to his music, I removed everything that I could when it comes to, Kanye, is that he's very pompous about it.
Right.
When he sat there on Drink Champs and he said he could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas will not do anything. When he says what he wants on the TMZ interviews, who's going to check me? I'm still rich. People don't like pompous people like that, especially when they're free to do and say what they want. Because yes, we live in an amazing country where freedom of speech is encouraged, but that doesn't omit you from consequence.
Right.
So when you see somebody who says what they want and it creates a very hateful rhetoric, they could try to back down on it and be like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. But then your actions say different. Your pompous attitude says different. So when me as a prior consumer of Kanye's music, a fan sees that, yes, I want to see your downfall because you need to humble yourself because the fans made you where you are and the fans could break you.
But when you say stuff like Adidas can't touch me, like we can. It's okay. Like we're Adidas. We'll be okay. Like we've been selling soccer shoes for a long, long time. You know what I'm saying? We still got that. Like Adidas is still smoking on that Run DMC pack. Like let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, we will be okay without you. You know what I'm saying? And that's I think, and with that, because by the time I didn't get to see the interview because they took it down, and then I'm just not too hard up on it because I'm just sick of Kanye anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes you could be the prophet of your own downfall. Yeah, and that's what he did. It's like this. You could say it, if I say certain things, they'll take it away from me, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, we'll believe you. But then when you actually say that thing, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out there and say that thing and then expect it not to happen because you know what's gonna happen.
So hold on, let me jump in on that real quick.
Okay.
And Danny, I see you in the comment section. We'll circle back to your point. It's a little bit of a delay, so we got you in just a second here. With what you just said, so let me ask you guys as a panel: do you find issue with all these various companies cutting ties with Ye, not Kanye, but Ye? After he is the artist formerly known as Kanye West.
We still call Prince Prince.
Right.
Well, he got his name back. But anyway.
His name's Kanye.
I digress. But this is all for alleged anti-Semitism, right?
Alleged.
So it started with.
But none of these companies are cutting ties with Kanye because of his stance on George Floyd. None of them are cutting ties with him back when he was like, "Oh, slavery was a choice," in that long TMZ tirade. the White Lives Matter thing. No one's got a problem with any of these other things. Only this one thing. Do you guys not see that as potentially problematic?
Which proved his point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which what he was saying in the interview. So
Raph, you disagree?
Like, we know
Well,
that.
But here's the thing.
Because
We
me and
know
Raph
that.
argue via text, so I really want. I'm
But-
trying to trigger him.
No, but here's the thing. I think he knows that within his own community, it's more forgiving. So he can say what he wants to do, and as long as he doesn't touch, anybody's toes outside of the community, he'll be fine.
Mhm.
Because in the past, if you look at prior artists who have done the craziest shit, they're easily forgiven by their own community. That's throughout the board. But when it comes to you jumping into a different community, that's when shit starts happening. That's when people want to disassociate any type of business with you. Doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent, but that's what I see.
Just what you got.
I understand what you're saying, Raph. I slightly disagree. I think it's more towards, like I said, he proved his point because you look at the times where like Cube at one point was saying stuff and Nick Cannon was saying stuff and he got canceled or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we're forgiving Black people, the urban community, and all that. We don't have the infrastructures and platforms to affect his stuff. Balenciaga, Adidas, all these corporations, once again, you know what I'm saying? They are the media companies and all of that. Yes, they all the lawyer, the other agencies, they're all owned, worked with, have a big part with the Jewish community. So once they're offended, they have that power because they have that infrastructure in place. The banks too.
I agree with you. I mean, that's a part of
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
But you spoke about
he's
Nick
not at
Cannon.
Black banks. You know what I'm saying? He said that in the interview.
Right. You spoke about Nick Cannon, though. Nick Cannon said some stupid shit. He removed himself for a couple months, and then he got his own show. Cube. We all know everything Cube's done, and now he's an owner of an amazing, Big Three league.
He got a league.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all understand how he does it, but if you look at these two gentlemen that you just spoke about, they may have said stupid shit, but they still have the respect and love from their own community, and they don't shit on them.
Right.
They don't say stupid shit like slavery was a choice.
Got you. But even with the slavery was a choice, when he said that, even with him wearing the MAGA hat, him was saying white lives matter, people were, still wearing the shoes, still streaming the music, still waiting to hear what he got to say next, all of that. Even part of the George Floyd thing. That was my thing for me. I was like, bro, you just following one agenda. You like, yeah, I ain't gonna keep saying mental illness. I know this is affecting you, but you just one-sided. You just closed-minded. Anybody that is following, to me, anyone that's following that documentary is one-sided and closed-minded, and I don't even whatever. So, that's that. Like I said, I understand everything he was saying. And like I said, and everything he did just now and said just proved the point, with how he was delivering. I don't think he's a genius. I'm not saying this is what he wanted. These are the consequences of his actions. Is it deserving? I don't know, but it is what it is. So now you gotta
deal with it.
But when you say though,
go ahead,
Raph.
Okay.
So when you say that he proved his point, do you think going into it that was his initial plan though? Like some people are saying that.
That's why I said
by
I don't
him
know if that
saying
was
it.
no, and that's why I said I don't know if he was doing that intentionally to make this point or whatever. But everything he was saying in an interview about how the Jewish companies have all this stuff, and I can say all this other stuff about the black community, but as soon as I say something crazy about them, they want to get rid of me or whatever.
Right.
And he said some crazy shit, and they got rid of him. It proved his point to what he was arguing.
Right.
I'm not saying he was intentionally
that,
doing it. I don't
Self-fulfilling.
think
It was a self-fulfilling prophecy, is what it's called.
You know what I'm
right?
saying? He may have
So,
sabotaged himself.
He said
All I'm
what he
saying
did.
was
Possibly.
he proved his point.
Right. He proved.
But he has
like,
a history of doing that, though. He has a history, especially with his best friend Jay, when he was on that stage and he was talking about don't send your goons, and he was talking shit about the man who supposedly was his best friend.
I remember that.
But again, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this.
Damn it,
Raph. You got two things going on here. First of all, it's like if you offend somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's like this. If you offend somebody, and I say something, if I say something bad about your family, Raph, right? If I just come out and I just say some shit, and this is just you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, your cousin Steve is a da 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 da. It might be your favorite cousin Steve. But you know what I'm saying? You're not going to invite me back to your house, no matter how right I am about Steve or not. But you know what I'm saying? We know Steve's an asshole, but you can't say that, Bishop. You know what I'm saying? You can't come in here and tell my grandmother Steve's an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You can't. First of all, you're cussing from my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't call Steve an asshole. So that's what it is. And then that's within your power to say, no, you can't do that. And that's within your power to go to all your friends and say, hey, don't invite Bishop over to your house, because when he gets, you know what I mean, he gets drunk, this is what happens. And now I'm blackballed from the cookouts, right? Because I don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do it, if I'm at your cookout and you call Steve an asshole in front of your grandmother, and you know what I'm saying, and you do that, guess what? That's your family. You can do that. That's not my place might be like, hey, Raph, maybe you know, as kids around, you cussing in front of your grandma, maybe you need to calm down. Nah, Bishop, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Guess what? You know what I do? That's your family.
House.
It's your house. It's your rules, right? That's what Kanye doesn't get, because absolutely, he like I said, the truth is the truth is the truth. It's the way that you go about it. Now, if I come in and I talk directly to you and I say, hey, Rap, I don't like the way Steve's going on, I pull you to the side. He's being a dick to me. He's an asshole. Now I'm just talking to you. Now you could be like, okay, Bishop, let's go ahead and see how this. Now you're less offended because you understand that I have a problem with him. I have a problem with this.
Wasn't
and
public.
and it's less public, and it's not out there. It's not an embarrassment to you, right? Because then you could only have, like, if he had the conversation with some of the record execs or anything like that, he has enough power at this point. He has enough money at this point in time to be taken seriously. And if you have that conversation, if you really want to affect change, you go to the community and you say, hey guys, this is what I'm thinking. Because guess what? I'll tell you this right here. Kanye, at the point before he went on Drink Champs and did anything like that, Kanye probably could have got anybody that's blackballing him in a room right then and like, yo, this is some shit I need to talk about in private. I mean, what is going on?
But
because
I'm noticing, like, Kanye is a walking contradiction, and a lot of people cheer him on for that. He was a walking contradiction when he went on next to Mike Myers and said George Bush hates black people, but at the same time, you go a couple of years later, he's, you know, holding hands with Trump, the dude who's purposely known to hate black people, who has several lawsuits because of his discrimination, but he's holding hands with him. Then he's talking about how, you know, he wanted to be a big designer like Balenciaga, Versace, and everything else. But and then now he's over there like, oh, yeah, I want to make shoes that are affordable, $20. So when you had the power, you chose not to do anything. When you don't have the power, you complain that you don't have the power, like he was talking about in Sway. When he was like, well, you ain't got all the answers, Sway. Sway told his ass, do your own shit. You ain't got to worry about nobody else. But he's a walking contradiction. And at some point, people who are his fan base, haters, or whatever, you get tired of hearing the same shit. He walks around. It's like a little kid who you take away his fucking toy, and he's all crying because he doesn't have toys. But yet he goes home and he has a shit ton of toys. But he doesn't have your toy. So now he's going to call discrimination because he doesn't have your toy. And that's the bullshit that I can't stand about the guy, because I'm like, you had it all. And then you shitted on people who helped you get there. and then
Right.
you expect those same people to eventually hold you back up again. Like, nah.
Like my thing, that's what I'm saying. You don't make $1 billion without running into some Jewish people. Like that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you've been in the room, bro. You've been in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, but like I said, that whole George Floyd thing like bothered me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't rock with you.
But again, we also got to talk about this too. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that I think P and Raph brought that up too. He doesn't have any. He doesn't like. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have accountability folk around him. Like, hey, bruh, you cannot
You need
say
to be
that.
taking your medicine. You can't say
Right.
this. You can't be
You
doing
cannot
this.
say
This
this.
is not the smart thing to do.
This is
You about to
like
fuck
when
up
we
your
told
marriage, your
P Nominal
family,
not to
your
put on
business.
those
You know what I'm
sketchers.
saying?
We said, P, don't wear the sketches out, bro.
Right.
Those are cutting grass shoes. Nah, I'm aware. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like,
Yo, if I really had on Skechers right now, wouldn't it?
yeah,
But wait,
you better take them shits off. You better
Wait though, and again, here's an additional thing: is that he shared it himself before he got kicked out of Twitter. Diddy was trying to hit him up to tell him to stop,
stop.
He was.
and it came from a place of love. It wasn't a
Love.
place of like, yo, whatever. He was like, yo, let's get off of
Let's
it,
get-
fam. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that one. Like, nah, fuck you. You don't, you know.
Fuck you. Yeah.
So that's what he gets.
At least that's the way it seems. We don't know. Kanye only posted half the conversation, so
I know.
maybe Diddy said something aggressive beforehand.
You know,
Diddy was like, "Yo, you want my help? You better walk to
drink
Julius
shit.
for
He was
cheesecake."
like, "Fuck Diddy, fuck Meek Mill."
Yo, when he said that, I already knew it was going downhill, and he said that way before he said the Jewish stuff. He was like, he said that first, and I was like, "Yo, hold on, fam, you on his network? How you gonna say f this guy and you own you literally on his station?" It's like if I say f ABC while I'm on ABC and expect to finish out this interview for the 3 hours, like.
Right.
Nah,
I mean, it's like this. It's like this. I'm not a Kanye sympathizer in the least bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, B, you make your bed, you lie in it. But I understand where it is, where we could have curved this. You know what I'm saying? Because Kanye's always been Kanye. Like at the end of the day, when he was mentally stable, if we could say that, or you know what I'm saying, when he was like if we look at Kanye West documentary, you could tell the dude has always been self-assured and you know what I'm saying, super confident about whatever he's done, right?
Yeah.
Which again gets him to this place. Like you said, Justin just said it right. He's not a genius. You know what he did? He just sat back and said, you know what, I'm confident enough to do what the fuck I'm doing. Like I'm not a genius, but guess what? I've found my niche and I know how to do certain things that I'm talented enough that no one else can do. That no one else can do at the same time of nobody, right? One of my boys said that shit. He said, you know what? You're not the best rapper. You're not the best comedian. And you might not be the best host. But you're the best motherfucker that I know to do all of these at the clip that you do it. I'm the best. I'm this best guy. I'm the best Bishop Omega I can be. And that's Kanye West. He ain't the best rapper. He ain't the best beat maker. But guess what? He's the best rapping ass beat maker that I know, right? You know what I'm saying? And he's the best cat that champions himself. And it's like this. And when you take that and you put that on top of who he already is to the core, and then you don't put that filter on it. And then you got a bunch of people over there say, yes, everything you're doing is absolutely correct, Kanye. That inflated ego, which he has, which he already has, is going like, come on now. Saying George Bush doesn't like black people. George Bush doesn't like black people. What he was really saying was, hey, the government doesn't care about black people. You know what I'm saying? And really, but you know what I'm saying? And not being educated enough and but he had the balls to say it. And guess what? Did it need to be said? Yeah, it needed to be said. Because now when we look at what's going on with Hurricane Katrina 20 odd years later, he wasn't wrong. It was the way he said it. You know what I'm saying? It was the way he said it, but it needed to be said. And it's like, just like this situation, the way you're saying it, Kanye, there's another way of saying it. There's another way of getting that cross. You have enough money. You had enough money and influence. Well, guess what? If you were smart enough,
you still got enough money and influences.
Right.
Here's
the man is still plenty rich.
Yeah. When he said George Bush doesn't like black people. Now, the reason why a lot of people didn't get pissed off as they're doing it now, he specified one person, He made one statement, and it wasn't blanket. It was George Bush specifically. You don't like black people.
You don't like black people.
Right.
Had he said the media is, whatever, such a broad network, he could have gotten away with everything he said after that.
Yeah.
But the fact that
Absolutely.
he made a broad statement,
The
Jewish
Jews.
community,
Right.
and I mean, there's like some people like you were talking about. Some Jews are rich, poor, whatever. They're like you and me,
Right.
whatever it is, But he made it so broad, and then he said DEFCON 3. So now you're declaring war on an entire community. Only maybe 2%
Well, hold on.
maybe in media.
Hold on. Now, we just probably knows this because he's a former general himself. DEFCON 3 is not, it is a readiness, like a defensive, not an offensive.
Okay.
So it's saying, I know you coming for me. I'm gonna get all my things together so that when you come, I'm ready. That's what DEFCON 3 is.
But hold on. I want to stop you. I want to stop you there. Again,
Stop me there.
There's a better way of saying it, because when we talk about, we have to talk about people like they are C students and D students.
Although he did misspell it, so it got lost in translation too.
Right. All they heard was deaf
and Jewish.
DEFCON 3. And guess what? What they did is this right here. They didn't go and research what that meant. You know what they looked at? What's the last military movie I saw? And what did they do when they said they went to DEFCON 3? They start readying nuclear missiles. You want to know why? Do you know why I thought that? You know why I can say that? Because I was one of those people that said, damn, DEFCON 3, doesn't that mean that you about to shoot off a nuclear bomb? You know what I'm saying? That's what I
want.
Right.
So I'll add to what you said. So you're talking about Phenom that it was a readiness alert. Right, readiness alert. So if we convert that exact same style to what 45 did when he told the Proud Boys to stand down.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
Same
so if we're going to crucify Trump,
stand down and stand by. That's what he said.
Stand by. So if we're going to crucify the guy for doing what he did and eventually the insurrection came based off of those two words, then why can we not use the same thing towards Kanye? Because he said DEFCON 3. You're using military terms towards a community that is innocent in this whole thing. A community, not just individual, a community.
Right. He didn't say homeboy at Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? DEFCON 3 on yada yada or fucking Zuckerberg or some shit like that. He didn't say that. He didn't go out like, if he would have listed, like I'm saying, hey, if you would have listed the motherfucker's name and they all happen to be Jewish, fine, we wouldn't have cool with that shit because he has a beef with them. You know what I'm saying? He could like fuck Seinfeld and you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The dude who line is in.
You know who he has a beef with?
Who that?
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
That's what started it all right there.
Because
if my mind serves me correctly, Pete is Jewish.
Look, and then Pete, but you know what I'm saying? But he also has a.
I'm not privy to if he's Jewish or not. Maybe
he said this right here. And it's a Kanye quote. I don't forget who he was talking to, but it was like, "Yo, my wife is messing with a white dude with a 10-inch dick, and you ain't helping me, fam."
Oh, like, that was a Charlemagne thing.
That's Charlemagne.
Yeah, that conversation.
Whoa. Can I say this? This problematic in the same sense. If I came up to any one of you guys are my friends or whatever, and I'm like, yo, my wife is fucking a 10-inch dick dude. Like, first of all, that's your problem, my man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, listen, he's like, hey, B, if you come to Bishop Omega saying, if three of y'all came to me and said that, I'm like, B, I'm not helping you with that. What I'm supposed to do? When he come in, I'm supposed to block that shit like my tongue. Like, no. Get it away.
Pete Davidson's dad is Jewish and white.
Here comes the PP.
So there you go. So he has some bloodline, and I think that probably sparked the whole DevCom situation.
It's possible that it helped assist in that. But if you watch again, see, this is what context matters.
The fact that he came out of nowhere, he got some ill feelings towards the Jewish community because half of one of their own destroyed his,
Okay,
look, his wife.
Only.
I'm
not even walking down that road.
With Ray J though, bro.
I don't care.
You know what I mean? Ray J was out there too, B. You know what I'm saying? I saw the tape, man.
Maybe Ray J didn't have the 10-incher. I don't know. All I know is
let me get in, right? Let me get in. Shit.
Hey, good.
But look, again, I'm not defending Kanye. Here's what I'm actually defending is
Okay.
people not taking a whole piece of something. They're just taking a little fragment and then saying this is what it was. If you got, I sat through the whole 3 hour and 40-minute Drink Champs episode. Watched it live as it was premiering. I watched the hour and 40-minute Pierce Morgan interview. I watched the 35-minute interview with Andrew Cuomo. I watched all his interviews like in depth. So I want to make sure I had understood what he was trying to say.
Okay.
To make sure it wasn't one of those things where like this is how I actually feel, blanket statement, F the Jews or something crazy like that. I'm making sure that's not what he was going for. Even in the Drink Champs interview itself, he later on explained like, okay, I got an issue with this person. I mean, it's people we don't know. Like I'm not a billionaire, so I don't recognize the names he's throwing out there. It's like this person. Then I got this threats from my accountant who's this. I had a problem with this person who, like, he literally went down after he said this. He went down the list, and then Nori was like, "Why don't you say that?" He's like, "Yo, I'm saying it right now." And then later explained his frustration with the Jewish community as far as how organized and how they own everything, or not everything, but the major infrastructures and industries that we don't have access to running or being owners in. And how well organized they are and how well they pull their resources, and saying that he wished that black people could do the same thing.
But guess
That
what
was
I'm saying?
his ultimate point that he landed on was there.
What I'm saying is right, and I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that fucking piece of shit ass garbage thinking right there.
What's that?
That fucking oh shit, they got something that we don't have and we can't do it and all that shit. Let me tell you something. This right here. If you set a fucking game up, if you set Monopoly up, and I let you go 400 turns before I get to go, of course you're supposed to be. They're going to be in front. Now that we know that, now that we caught up within that, what took them, they had a 400-year head start, right? Then another 100 years of other shit, another 100 turns of other shit going on, and all this, and we getting right here. And now, in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying, in 2 generations, and 2 like shit, fucking slave, what? 400 years of slavery, and slavery only been over with 150 years. That's fucking 2 grandmas. Let's talk about like true story. That's only 2 grandmas. You know what I'm saying? In the history of the fucking world. So you know what I'm saying? That's a short piece of time to leave something where you were subjugated, and then be able to be free, and then then have So what I'm saying is this right here. We ain't had enough time to get there. Fucking you just got here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Black people don't understand. We just start understanding investments like 6 years ago. We just start getting mental health shit like 5 years ago. Like let's talk real talk. We ain't been here that long. We ain't been in this space that long. So again, it's gonna take growth. So when you like, they ain't got, that's jealousy that you talking, bruh.
He said that. He even used that word.
And it's like this. And when you jealous, that's a negative feeling, and you cannot make any you cannot. That's a weak emotion, bro. You got to be strong within yourself to make these movements. You're not no fucking leader if you sitting there jealous. You know what you do is you say, I look at that, and you shouldn't be envious. You should look at the blueprint, and then you know what you should do. You should learn it, and then you come back and you teach your people, because you should know who the fuck you are. See, that's what comes from when you're not knowing who you are and where you fuck come from. You know what I'm saying? Because you out there looking at your counterpart, and it's like this, instead of being like, I see what it is, and do no fault of their own. Any group in front of you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like this. It wasn't that man's fault that's in this company that we were subjugated to this. They didn't make those fucking laws. America did this shit. So get mad at America and then fucking understand what they doing. So it pisses me to fuck off when you want to sit there and blame somebody else that ain't have shit to do with it. And yeah, so guess what? When you do stupid shit like that, when you say, yo, these people did that shit, guess what? We're in a woke society now. He could have said that shit back in 1980. Guess what? No one would have fucking cared, because guess who was in charge? Fucking American Protestant white men was in charge. And guess what? That shit didn't hurt them, and they say fuck that shit. Keep on making us money, Kanye West. But now people are looking into it and they're saying like, yo, I can't say shit about my minority black folks or Spanish folks or Asian folks or whatever, right? Or my gay and lesbians. So we're all trying to be inclusive, and then you're gonna be an outlier and say, this people right here? No, motherfucker.
No.
We are more
Progressing forward.
right, we're progressing forward,
Mhm.
and you sitting here talking with that dumb shit. Like B, if you shut the fuck up and say, that's the way of old things going, yo, I don't have to put nobody like my brother said this the other day. He said, he was talking about how privileged people, right? This is an argument for the privilege. How when it comes down to saying certain words and shit like that, he was like, yo, when's the last time you used the F word in conversation? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
For the, you know what I'm saying? And I said, you know what? I haven't used it
Ended with the T, right?
yeah, with the T. Started F and with the T.
Mhm.
You know, the bundle of sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like this. You know what I mean? He was like, when's the last time you used that word? I said, I don't use it anymore. I don't use it. I think I was shit. I might have been like 13, 14 years old. So it's been 30 years since I used 30 years since I used that word, right? And he said, you know why you don't use it? It's because you know yourself. You're proud of yourself. So what it is this right here. I don't need to use that word because guess what? I know who I am. Only people that use words to belittle people is because they don't feel comfortable with themselves. There is fear and all that shit. Like you don't go around here. You don't have to use certain words because you don't
That's
fucking.
true.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to belittle a group of people. Anybody using a derogatory word, right?
At the
That
same
I
time,
know.
though,
Go
at
ahead.
the same time, though, Bishop, you don't seek validation from white people, which
I-
is what he's always done his entire life.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. That's not knowing self. That's not knowing
Right.
who you are. It's not being comfortable in your own skin. See, when I don't need validation from no fucking body. I'm Bishop on motherfucking Mega. I'm the best thing smoking. In my own little universe, I'm the best thing smoking over here. There's two things you ain't gonna call me, dumb and ugly. You know what I'm saying? I know me, baby. I'm the best thing smoking. That's how I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning to Bishop Omega.
Damn.
I love it. Talk heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, as long as you're happy, brother, that's all that
That's
matters.
what I'm saying. And guess what? And what it is this right here. And I understand that's all putting to somebody. Some people like who this motherfucker think he is or whatever. But guess what? What I won't do is I won't come over like how Shorty say. I hope you have a blessed day. And if you can, don't go out there and ruin nobody else's. Guess what? That's who I am. I'm not gonna go out there and talk no shit to nobody else because I'm having a bad day because I feel bad. They ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Just like when I wake up and say, Bishop Omega's the best thing smoking. Sometimes it ain't But guess what? They ain't got nothing to do with y'all. They don't have shit to do with y'all.
I'm gonna have to take that from you. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna say that out loud. Except not your name though, not your name. I'll
Right.
get my name.
Oh, Bishop Omega. Your fiance looking at you like, what?
Right.
Just saying. She'd be
I
like,
appreciate it, Rap. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you
nah, man. It's cool.
yeah, I appreciate
we
it.
homies and all, but you know.
Right, we homies in it. Don't like I don't want to hear that like Bishop Omega.
Nah.
You might feel like well, who? What?
Like, what were you dreaming about? Like, nah.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. Bishop Omega. But but at the end of the day, it's like like you said, it's self-esteem issues. It's not being not. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you say the wrong things, and then you say the most untrue things. But again, like P said, he listened to the interview. If Kanye would have led with those people, we wouldn't have had no problem. Like Raph would still have the music up and all that stuff. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? It's because he led with those people.
It's not only that he led with it. No, it's the fact that he said it. Because regardless, even if he would have said the stuff specifically about the people, but then still at the end is talking about the community as a whole, it's still bad. It's still
bad, right?
He shouldn't have said that. He should have kept it towards those specific people.
Right. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm saying. If he would have right, and the individuals, he not led with it. He went back and said and left it at that. Right.
And then because Kanye is a prideful man, because people said you can't say that, he doubles, triples,
gonna say it.
quadruples down and be like, "What you mean I can't say it?"
I'm gonna say some more.
Right.
I can say all this shit, and Adidas can't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Man, 24 hours later.
And then the last interview I seen him do, I mean, he dialed it back. He was like, "Well, I can't say that anymore." But and then it's like, so I mean, it is what it is. We don't know where this is going. I would ask the panel, do you think that it's over for Kanye West? Do you see this as like, okay, whenever this cloud ends and we move on to the next news cycle, that Kanye's place in our hearts and minds, his music, his clothing, his fashion, that we will no longer identify with Kanye West as far as him having a voice in our community, or just in general, like we won't pay Kanye no mind? Do you think this is it for him, or like some time will go by and it'll be back to normal and we'll be like, oh, it's good to see you again?
I think anybody that was on the fence, anybody that's on the fence, he's knocked them off the fence onto that side. You know what I'm saying? Onto the side of to the no side of Kanye, right? So no, he won't. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm sick of him anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of, like, I could live the rest of my life and not have a Kanye West soundbite for the rest of my life, and I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he comes out again, things pass, he comes out with a dope album or something, like some new music. You heard that new Kanye West song? Yeah, this dope. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind listening to him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, am I going to search him out? I've never brought a pair of Yeezys in my life. I really don't care about the Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, see, and it goes down to this. What make that shit so popular, makes it so popular, is that the masses like it. It's the sheeple. It's all the sheeple that get together and say, what's cool? Oh, this is what's trending. I'm gonna wear this. Like, all right, so you, like, everybody
that far.
Like,
it's like short sets.
It's watch your mouth.
Whoa. I got him, dog. I got him.
I said I'm gonna have to give him this one for a second.
Man, you know what? Y'all better not give me.
Nope. See, Bishop, you're a bad influence on me, man.
I'm sorry. Look, I ain't touching. Hey, Rap, this wasn't me this time.
Oh, I came back. All right. Y'all continue.
But no, what you trying to say? We said we better not what?
What would you want to say, Rap, though, before you got the button again for the second time?
Oh no, I was just gonna say the same thing, like short sets, because it's become a fad. You know, like hating people. I agree with you. It's become a fad. But I think at some point, the older you get, the more you realize that you don't have to support somebody anymore.
I think it's sensitive, but for me, I'm right now, I'm on that no side of Kanye. I never bought the Yeezys. I like the foam runners. They look comfortable, and from what I hear, they're really comfortable. But I never bought no Yeezys. I never bought no stuff from Gap. The only shoes I ever wanted from him was the Red Octobers. So I'm not missing out on anything.
I feel you.
I miss old Kanye music.
Oh yeah, the old Kanye is amazing.
So
I mean, I stopped fucking with him ever since he started with Trump. That was when it became shaky, and then when he turned his back on the community because he was seeking validation from white people publicly. I have a problem with that because if, like I said before, if the people made you,
gave the fan,
you turn your back on them. You know, that's my thing. I'm all about loyalty and trust, and you can't shit on the people who support you and love you. And every time you go down a bad path, they're the same people who are going to support you, buy your music, buy your Yeezys, make you a billionaire. And then you go back and then you talk shit about them again. And then you side with people like Candace Owens who are anti-Black. So it's sort of like, what message are you sending again to your own community and your supporters and the people who love you? Like, fuck y'all. I'm going to do what I want to do, and y'all going to be there when I want you.
Finn.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Were you coming from a Trump rally?
Blowing up my business, man. Gave me a lot of money, son. How you think I got this Bugatti?
Out here playing Leonard Skinner and shit and Journey. Wayward son. Nah, bro. So what's your take on? I don't know if you what parts you jumped in at, but we talk about the boy Kanye. You know what I'm saying, and him. So what is your take on it, bro?
It's so many layers to this thing with him. So I mean, at the end of the day, the honest answer is I don't know. I don't have a take on him because there's no way to really decipher his moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't know, if this is a ploy to get off a contract or is he really bugging out? You know what I'm saying? Like we've let the excuse of him losing his mom go way over time. I'm like, yo, we can't use that excuse no more.
That last week.
Everybody loses a family member, you know what I'm saying, once upon a time, you know what I'm saying? I lost my pops when I was 19, so I'm like, I'm still supposed to bug out over that? You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to my pops, but I ain't let my emotions or a skewed view of life take over, you know what I'm saying? So I think he just wants to say anything just to be talked about. I mean, I equate that to basically like with Michael Jackson. All of that wacko jackal stuff, that was him. He was leaking all that crazy stuff to the Inquirer. He was getting bread. He knew his music was dwindling. He knew his music was dwindling. He wasn't going to be the star he once was, but he didn't want to be not talked about. The worst thing an artist of that caliber could have, who was talked about every day in the height of their career, is not to be talked about. So he needs to be in the news cycle as much as possible. I think that's what he thrives on, and I think he knows that. But again, this is all speculation. I mean, at this point, but I don't see an end game for him, so I don't know what this is all for.
Right. So P Nam asked the question also too. He was like, "Yo, do you think this is the end of Kanye with this last one, or you think people are gonna forgive him and everything like that?"
Man, let me tell you something, man. Chicago got this Pied Piper thing going on. If you let R. Kelly have a long career, Kanye's will be alright. Kanye will be fine. He's gonna drop another dope album out of nowhere. He's gonna go back to, matter of fact, he's gonna drop Good Ass Job finally, and it's gonna be his redemption song. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna have to break an incredible law to go away. He's gonna have to break something incredible. He's gonna have to do something to somebody's kids.
You're gonna have to go pee on the daycare. Kanye may have to pee on the daycare.
But like him saying what he's saying, like, come on, like how long he been talking out the side of his mouth, and he's still here. We're talking about him right now. So mission accomplished, Kanye.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but again, I'm at the places that everything you said, bro, is So it's like one of these things. Like, hey, Kanye, you knew this was a possibility to happen, and I'll go back to like do you think these people should be pulling out? Absolutely, these people need to pull out because they're about making money, bro. They're about making money. It's you know what I'm saying? It's about making money. It's kind of the same argument I have. The reason why Superman isn't black. The reason why Superman isn't black, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. And here it is.
The reason Superman isn't black.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready
White
for the
culture
reason
will
why?
have a fit.
Right. What I'm saying is right here. The reason why Superman is not black because Superman was created in the 40s. Right? Was created in the 40s. Now, if we never had comic books up until 2022, Superman will be black. And this is the reason why. He has black power sets. Okay. Here it is. He absorbs his strength from the sun.
I gotta hear that.
Name's Khalil.
His name is Khalil.
Yo, mute him.
Say what?
Yo, mute yourself, son. Yo, you going in. You going in.
Hold on.
Keep going.
Okay, you ready? So then they said this right here. He was able to leap over tall buildings. How many white dudes you know were ups like that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Who?
He can
Listen,
run.
bro. Listen what I'm saying. All this stuff that Super the powers of Super. He ran fast. He was doing all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stereotypical black man. Like if I said, "Hey, yo, my man can run faster than a bullet. He could jump over a tall building." The first thing you be like, "Damn, that's Michael Jordan or Usain Bolt." You know what I'm saying? He's athletic.
All
He
right,
gets
but
power
what
from the
about
sun.
this though, Bishop? What if man is mulatto?
No,
Daddy
but I'm
black.
saying he might be.
His
Superman
daddy
should.
black. His daddy black, his mama white, and that's why he
What's his
got all
pop
the strength.
name? His pop name is Jor-El. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Jor-El,
Like, yo, that's saying
No, you bugging with that shit.
if anybody
Young
needs
son,
to
You
be
are
black,
bugging with
I
that shit.
am not mad at this argument. This argument is strong, son.
this is the
Usually,
reason why.
I'm on the opposition, but
Right.
today I am your representation.
You see what I'm saying? It's a simple fact is it's just timing, bro. It's just timing. It's like, yo, of course, you know what I mean? Because the people that were writing comic books at the time wrote and drew people that look like them. We didn't have that opportunity to do that. Now we have Ace Blade, we have other, you know what I'm saying, black characters. Shit, we got Kamala Khan. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. We got
Namor.
people like Namor, and it's like, and yes, we have Namor that's now no longer whitewashed. So it's like this. It's at the end of the day, it's like this. When you get representation, that's gonna come out. Now we have more representation, and you'll see a broader spectrum. When you didn't have that, like I'm saying, vice versa. If you say if there is an Earth, if we believe in a multiverse where everything, all the superheroes are mostly black. You know what I mean? Because black people were comic book writers at first. That's what it
What
is.
number would that be?
That would be Earth. Shit. What would we go? What's a good black number?
187.
24. It gotta be 24. You are racist. Let me get you the fuck out of here. That's just trash.
Not again.
You see that?
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. But you guess what? You just lost your beard oil Ska endorsement right now. You know what I'm saying? You're out of here.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll be like Kanye. I'll just apologize and come back doing something else.
Right. With a new little song like, hey, sorry, blacks folks. By Raph.
Peace,
Produced by-
Obi-Wan.
Produced by Sean Don, because he, he about making his money.
There you
Phenom's
go.
gonna produce my song.
Word. We
Gotta
good,
keep it in the
Raph.
family,
We got
man. You gotta
Okay.
make sure everybody gets, get some money out of this.
But yeah, man. But yeah, man. That's my theory on that, man. But it's just like, yo, now that people getting representation, it's like this. Like again, we just forget, yo. At this point in time, it's like, yeah, Kanye, just please. I wish that man would get help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not his mother. He's manic depressive. He needs to probably go talk to somebody. He need to sit the fuck down for a year to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Sit down.
5
You know what I
years.
mean? Yeah, man. Because he out here wilding out, bro. He out here wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Like Adidas. I'm gonna say this shit, and Adidas can't touch me. When you say dumb shit like that. When you say dumb shit like that,
That's what you get. I'm sorry.
That's what you get.
But it would be diabolical if that was his plan the whole time. I'm trying to get released so I can take all my stuff and go. They're not gonna let me go on paper with a lawyer. They're gonna hit me. I gotta make them have to move away from me. That would be the greatest story of it all.
But then he wouldn't have been trying to demand a meeting with Skechers.
Say it again.
He wouldn't have been trying to demand a meeting with Skechers.
Right.
He popped up at the Skechers headquarters apparently today and was escorted out. So
Nicely escorted out.
Yeah,
And
he
they
was
was
gently removed from the premises.
Gently removed. Billionaire like yo. Like I don't care. Like Skechers will give me a sneaker deal right now. I'm definitely not never ever good. Like Skechers like, yo, Bishop Omega. We got the Bishop Omega Bishop Omega's sketches.
I don't even know what they would look like.
Yo, them shits would look terrible, B. Because I don't think Skechers have made a fly shoe yet. Like, I have never looked down on somebody's feet and be like, damn, them Skechers? You know what I mean? For every other shoe I've done that. Like, okay, I see you right now. I see you right here now, Reebok. Okay, Fila, I see you. You know what I'm saying? But no one has ever looked. I see you, Skechers. Nah, never that.
Well, maybe that's what he was trying to do.
Whoever makes sketches popular in the black community is the ultimate goat.
Say what?
I said whoever makes sketches popular in the black community is the ultimate goat. I mean, bigger than Michael Jordan, bigger than Timberland.
That'd be crazy.
I feel like the person that can sell the black community Subarus is going to be the person that gets the Skechers, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because that's two things you just don't see in the hood: Skechers and Subarus.
The Subarus are tight though, bro.
What I'm saying is this right here.
It's a tough cars.
When the last time you seen a Subaru on 20s?
It's very safe, you know.
Mhm.
If it was an electric car, if it was an EV, I'd cop one.
And the Subaru?
I cop a
There you go.
Subaru and pull up. I pull up everywhere in that joint.
Listen. Would
Stock
you? But what I'm saying,
stock rims and all.
listen. But I'm saying, but they probably be Sketcher rims. He gonna get the Sketcher package Subaru. You know what I'm saying?
Remember how everybody had the Eddie Bauer?
Yeah, the Eddie.
In the 44, I had Skechers edition.
The Skechers.
Eddie Bauer
Wow.
edition, shit.
It's the Subaru 5, the driving shoe. My Bumpmaster Flex.
I knew that was coming. Kanye be the one to bring back lugs.
Oh shit.
2022 lugs.
No.
Shout out to Lugs, man. Like I had one pair of Lugs.
Yeah, what he need to do is find one of these black shoe designers, like somewhere in America
Mhm.
or Rockford, and partner with them if he gonna do something.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's a
Yeah,
wash.
Or he could bring back K Swiss.
Like I've looked at some K Swissers, like K Swiss, but never
No.
Skechers.
No.
K-Swiss is definitely a southern thing, y'all.
Well, look, hold on. What
That thing never
if
made it up top.
what if Kanye, or excuse me, Ye, got with Shaq, and then he brought a new a Ye Shaquille O'Neal fusion
Shit
joint.
ain't gonna sign him. What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm not gonna listen.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not going to sit there and speak that abomination upon my intelligently ratchet. Like we were already on the line, towing the line with Skechers and Subarus. But you talk about Kanye West and Shaq, yo, Pete, go to bed. Go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Shaq is a man of the people. He ain't gonna sign him.
Listen, I don't care if Shaq and
The Waltons are not gonna fuck with Kanye. And right now, Shaq shoes are the number one selling shoe in Walmart. You think he gonna get that up?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Walmart.
It is.
Yep.
It is. Yeah.
Why doesn't Kanye just bring back Kmart? That would be a good investment.
Now, if he wanted to, he could try and bring back N1.
Bam!
Shit.
On cue, baby. On
Shit.
cue.
Why
Yo,
did you
if
buy?
that wasn't
yo,
an
you better-
alley oop, I don't know what was. bro.
Listen, my God. Listen,
I'm gonna give myself the butt.
me too.
Damn, they limited.
Wow, yo. Now they can't get back in. Try to get on. There you go.
What are you doing?
That ain't me.
I'm removing everyone.
No,
because
no,
that
no.
way I was trying to save you guys. It was like one of those situations, you know how you be like, you know what? We only got a certain amount of bullets left. Let me just take care of y'all first and leave him alone. That's what. Oh my God. Oh.
We still missing one.
Well, why do you have an N1 shoe sitting on your lap?
That's the shoe I had on. I took it off just cause I'm about to put it in the camera.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
B. Don't wear those church shoes Them shits like
Yes.
yo, if you at church and you you look like yo, them shits look like yo, the sports version of the Deacon Pastor Doug's. Like those are the Hallelujah Fives. Like yo, them,
Oh,
That's the three.
I can't.
How long have you had those, P?
Oh, that's a good question. How long have I had these shoes?
man, listen. Don't
been a-
like
You better
been a
say
few
since
years.
they
I
came
don't
out. Don't
know.
say you bought them like 2 years ago.
hey B, them shits
No,
like I would rather for
I've
you to
had
put
Brian
up a
Jordan
pair of
like 4 years.
bro, I would rather for
Full
you to
game
put a
too
pair of
free.
sketches up than them ugly ass shits, man. God damn.
You be DJing in them joints, don't you?
Oh my god.
Yo,
I
have you-
would. I ain't gonna lie, I would. But
Oh,
these shows are comfortable.
Hey yo, that's P old nigga. Man, he got them joints for comfort. He was like,
Oh
shoot,
my
Yes.
gosh.
Have y'all seen the
man.
documentary on N1 on Netflix?
Yeah, the documentary was smooth, bro. That
It
was
was
a
good.
smooth documentary, man.
Yeah, and then I seen that document, and then the one called the greatest mixtape ever, or something like that. And it's about N1. So both of those was dope.
But that
Check it out.
Redeem Team, if y'all haven't seen that Redeem Team documentary,
I did
Yeah.
watch that.
oh man, that shit make you miss Kobe, man. Like it's like, yo,
Mhm.
you realize
Oh, yeah.
how different that dude was.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He was a
And how he
beast.
he was a freaking beast. It was like, wow. So yeah, if you get a chance, man, that shit was like it was almost as good as Last Dance. Like in an
Yeah.
hour. You know what I'm
And
saying?
shorter,
Without all
yeah.
the parts. It was shorter too, man. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? For real, bro. Yeah, check that shit out. That is probably dope as shit. You know what
All
I'm
about the
saying?
mindset.
All about the mindset, man.
To
Oh
still
man.
wear those N1s, bro. That's just too
Oh
much.
my god. Oh man. Now I see how Rav feels about short sets right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Rav, that's how I feel about those sneakers.
Maybe
shits.
you could wear them with a short set too.
Yeah, no, you better not wear those shits with a short set. No, yo, with the shorts, I'm gonna tell you this right here, P. You get some shell toes,
Mhm.
basic white or black shell to get you some white shell toes,
Okay.
some Reebok classics, bubblegum soles, or without, or some Air Force Ones. You do not put anything else with your short set besides those sneakers, unless you got some sneakers that match with every color in your short set. Outside of that, do not put the motherfucking
Don't do
church
it.
shoes on basic ass. No, sir.
Not some felines.
Don't you put those fucking damn shit bricks on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. Shit, man. I'm talking. I'm sorry, P. I'm sorry to roast your sneakers, man. But guess what, man?
Yo, I think Bishop is insulted you even showed him the shoes.
He is, yo.
I seen
It's
him
like-
pissed off 2 times in today's show when he was talking about earlier about people doing what they're doing, and then when you showed him the damn shoe.
The
Show him the
shoes,
shoe.
man.
It's a
God
deal
damn.
breaker.
Boy, that's a deal breaker, boy. I like that shit. That shit. You know what that shit says? And them sneakers look like you need a 12-12. Like you need yo, I need a 12-12 right now. I need a little bit of crack in my life. Them
That made
shits-
me want to like just give Pete some of my sneakers. Like, here, bro.
Yo, I'll graciously accept them if you like,
Listen,
gives me
B,
old
them
school.
shits is third world country specials. Like motherfucker, like yo, them shits.
It's like when the opposite team wins the Super Bowl and they
Right.
send the losing
They
team
send
out there.
to the war torn country for the children. That shit came with a porridge and a 1-900 number and 35 cents a day. Them shits is the worst.
He had them joints since he had them powder blue Tims.
Yeah, they about
Oh,
the same age.
Wait, you got
Man.
powder blue Tims?
I
he
do.
got some powder blue Tims.
He got some straight up and they fresh too.
They
They
are.
fresh powder blue constructs. I'm proud of them. Like at the end of the day, like shit. If he could put, man. But yeah, I'd rather P wear those.
What's them out for Halloween? The powder blue Rockaware suit or NYC
Nah,
track
it was
suit.
it was
Mm.
the FUBU platinum suit.
Fubu
Yep.
platinum. Yeah.
FUBU platinum suit.
Platinum with the Fat Albert.
Yeah, the Fat Albert. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With the powder blue
No.
Tims.
You know
It's
it.
velour too.
Yeah. They had people in the chokehold wearing them joints, man. That was bad, man.
You had one?
No, I never had them joints. No.
Not before.
not.
Well, can I say this right here? Have y'all seen this right here? And then this is off the subject. We could jump off. But have y'all seen Iceberg is trying to come back? And let me ask you this. Okay,
Oh, I didn't see
Iceberg
that.
2020, Iceberg 2022. All right.
Mhm.
I just want to now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get everybody. How much is a pair? I'm gonna start with Finn. How much is a pair of Iceberg jeans right now with the cartoon character on it? How much? Give me in 2022. How much you think the price is on?
In Walmart,
No, I'm talking about like
$16.
okay, got $16. All right. Phenomenal. When are you going with Iceberg right now, 2022?
25.
$25. 25.
Mhm.
Just.
I don't know. I'm surprised they still being sold.
I went to their website. I'm telling you, like they're so. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
They got a website, son?
We got a website, bro.
like what?
What if Champs coming back or Champion came back? If that's any indication, probably Iceberg is probably about 100, 150.
I'm gonna say about 65 right now.
$250, fellas.
Sounds
Those
about
are
right.
Iceberg-
jean prices.
Wow.
Hold on. What I'm saying is right here. Iceberg is selling this shit like it is 2002 again.
Because a champion.
Who's buying $250 pair of jeans from Ice? But yo, who's buying $250 pair of jeans right now?
These rapper
why?
Hold
Like,
on.
why? Nobody can tell the difference between some red monkeys and some Old Navy. They
Nope.
all the same. It's the same. No, they're the same denim.
Yeah.
Yep. Hold on.
This
Hold
is
on.
ridiculous.
Iceberg.
This is ridiculous.
Are you looking?
Yo,
Did
You
you
looking
look
them
it
up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going right now.
$410 for a sweatshirt.
Listen, P.
They said they back like they never left.
They back like they iceberg.com US, bro. P, I'm out here right now. I'm looking at it right now, my man. Right here
Wow.
on men's. Let's go to men's real quick. Let's go to
How much
men's.
was sweatshirt?
Cotton joggers is $270.
They got a Heritage
Wait,
logo bomber jacket.
Huh?
Some Iceberg slides are $84.
Come on. You said the joggers are $270?
Yeah.
Yes.
They got a bomber jacket on here for $850.
I am grossly underselling my joggers. I need to raise my price. I
You
was
need to
selling
move-
joggers for $35.
Listen, well, keep that right there so I can get a couple pairs. But when I get mine, I don't care what you do with them.
I'm about to go to my website tonight. Everything is getting a 6,000% markup. Everything. Everything.
What's 75?
T-shirts, $2,000.
$170. Yo, bruh.
For the
$2,000.
t-shirts, $175.
Yeah. $175 for the Popeye joint.
For a t-shirt.
Wow.
Yo.
Yeah. Iceberg, man.
Wow.
Iceberg.
Finn, you might be
what
right.
I'm
Got to
saying-
raise your prices.
What I'm saying is right here. Why would I buy Yeezys when I could buy Iceberg right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm back and popping.
Dang, man.
Take
Yeezy's
it off
out.
of there.
Iceberg is in.
Bro, I remember paying for Iceberg back in I remember buying some Iceberg jeans and a sweater. Both of the sweaters was $350 and the pants was $450. You know what I'm saying? I had two sweaters and pants. You know what I'm saying? I remember this damn outfit, man. And I rocked that shit. And it was like, wow, that's a lot of money to spend on a couple sweaters and you know what I'm saying, in the joint. Now, did I pay that much for them? No. But I still had it on. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I had the hookups at the clothing stores. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why I had an F on my record for a little while. Grand larceny. But I would have never paid that money. Like, come on, man. This shit was stupid. That's like right now, B. And this shit is ugly too. It ain't even. It don't even look dope. It's not dope.
I'm about to see if they on social media. If they selling it for this
cartoons
much.
on that was what Charlie Brown and them.
So now they got Popeye. They got Popeye as the cartoon now, and it
Yeah,
looks
I'm about
like
to pull this all over.
they got Bugs
Oh.
Bunny. Yeah, but it's mostly I think Popeye's the featured guest right now.
Yeah, I
He's
saw
doing
Charlie Brown up in there too.
Dang, oh.
Yeah, man. Like,
I mean, retro stuff is coming back though, so the
man, this
people,
shit
No,
ain't
the
even
powers
good.
that be,
Like,
are trying to do that.
can I
that's
say this? Oh,
crazy.
Raph, if they threw it back to the retro joints, if look, you look at it. You got it up here, P. P got it up. You know what I'm saying? Or look at this. We don't want Dunny to crash because he's driving, but if you could check this out, man, look at this.
No,
$190
the
for a
only
T-shirt.
the
Then people
only
will pay for it.
retro type wears I would consider copping today in 2022 in the year of our Lord is Sean John, because they was always official,
Oh
Right.
yeah.
and the Fat Farm sweatsuit, heavy.
Yep, Fat Farm jean suits was the best jean suits ever
Fat
made.
Farm set it off, but that's Sean John. When I was working in Macy's in New York, boy, oh boy, they had some heat.
Man, shout out to
Oh,
Sean
for
John.
sure.
I had some
But
Fat Farm because I used to work in fines. I had a lot of Fat Farm. Like I was the first cat in Durham with the Jay-Z Big Pimpin' t-shirt on, with the Big Pimpin' shirt on. You know what I'm saying? I had that.
with the blue, the fadeaway blue shirt.
Yeah, the fadeaway blue joint. I had that. I was the
You
only
was
cat
heavy.
out
You was
here.
heavy. You was heavy.
Yeah,
I wanted that shirt. I wanted that shirt. that with the bucket. Oh man. Oh man. I was looking for that shirt though. I ain't gonna front.
Oh man,
I ain't gonna front.
that was an $80 shirt right there. That was an
I ain't gonna
$80
front,
shirt.
'cause I had some ill. I forgot the name of the night drinks when I was working at what's the not Foot Action, the other one and shit. I
Athlete's Foot,
What's another one?
Foot
It
Locker.
was when I was working at Northgate. Damn.
Damn.
Anyway, I had all them kicks, and that blue, I had a pair of kicks that had that blue in the joint. Oh man, I was killing them. If I had that shirt at Central, I'd have shut 1040 all the way down.
You would have shut
Damn.
shut Chicken Day down.
1040 would have been 11 o'clock. You'd have like, nah, we done.
Oh
done.
man.
I was already breaking them with the 360 and all my in my low wear when I was working at Hex, getting that 60 to 70% off. What?
Boy.
Nah, that wasn't messing with me at Central. I was too heavy. I was too heavy out there. Too heavy. And I was sure, man. Oh, y'all was already out. Y'all was out of the running. Y'all was out of the running.
He's flashbacking. He's going.
He is.
I mean,
He's in the moment.
I think he say I was maneuvering, man. What?
Oh, God.
We was battle rapping? What? Oh, yeah, come on, son. Woo! You ain't
Yo,
one with me.
I'll tell you one thing. If I could have that Heather Gray Nietzsche suit that I used to have, the pullover, where everybody else had the zip up. I had the pullover Nietzsche joint with the front pocket.
You know, it's actually pronounced NYC.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what though? They never tried to even
Correct.
it back in the
People
90s.
was buying it, they didn't care.
But the thing is, we're both right saying NYC or Nietzsche. It's because like the way it's spelled out, it's still pronounced Nietzsche.
Long as
But officially, it was NYC.
NYC. Yeah.
Wow.
Because the folklore is son was like, I bet you I can trademark NYC, and that's how he did it.
Whoa, word. And and son came out with that. What I'm saying is this right here, boy. That was my first velour suit, boy. When I say man, that got.
I never had one.
I'd rock a velour.
I never had Nietzsche either.
Now.
I never had a velour suit.
Boy,
You never had a velour suit ever?
Yo, it is velour.
I got deep
right
pockets
now,
because I never had it.
If I get if I get a velour, man, that joint. And then listen, B, it was so smooth. It ain't had like most velour suits had the sweatpant joint on the joint. My joint was free open bottom, like boot cut. You know what I'm saying? I had with the all gray with the black Nike boots, then I had my shoelaces black and gray. You know what I'm saying? The shoelaces Get out of it. They was the 3M joints. Oh man, get the fuck out of here.
And then you had a gray do rag with a black. sweatband.
Yup, I sure did. I sure did. You know what?
Exactly.
Hey, just you know I did. And then you know what I did with the gray do rag? I ain't like the tail go.
So
I rolled it. So
up.
I rolled it, but see, I rolled it like this, and then I put it up, so my shit was up here. So it was like a almost like a toga shit. I ain't put it in the ball. I ain't tie my shit like that. I was like, I rolled that shit up and stuck it in. So that way it was just the do rag on the do rag, and so you can still see my fade. That's what I did. You know,
That's what it was.
And my jabot, and I had a jabot one piece joint.
Who had jabot?
I had
y'all
jabot.
had money back then. Shit.
I had the jabot flight suit.
Wow.
I had the whole jabot flight suit. You know what I'm saying? I killed cats with that.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch. I had some like Dickie flight suits, but I ain't do Jabot.
Yeah, I got the whole. It was jean too. It was terrible. It was horrible. It was too big for me and all this shit. Like, cause every time I raised my hands up, the fucking pants legs come up. But it was okay. But I had it. I was only cat. I used to rock that shit with Butter Tims, like DMX.
Do you still have Butter Tims now?
Yeah, you can still have Butter Tims.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
No, I said, do you still have Butter Tims?
I don't. Now I haven't brought Tims in a couple of years, but I like Chuckers. You know what I'm saying? More than I like the constructions. I like Chuckers better than them joints. Now, if I can find a chocolate pair of Chuckers, forget about it. Those are my probably favorite chocolate Chuckers. Oh, that brown. Oh, on that. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. Best thing ever. I might go buy a Dickie suit. They'll just rock with some brown Chuckers, man. That you don't know about that.
Brought
You
it
don't know
back. Dickies. I mean, that's been popular in the Mexican community. That's all we wear.
But in Philly though, let me tell you this right here. If you had the khaki Dickie suit, the blue Dickie suit, the green one, and the dark brown one, that was it. That was it.
See,
you will fly as shit.
We had the Dickie pants, like the tan ones, and then we had the plaid shirts. Or in the summertime, it'd be the Dickie shorts with the white socks and the Jesus sandals with the white beater.
Look, there they go.
Oh, here we go. Oh, we gotta blow it up. Let me see those, Just.
In the black. What you talking
about?
In
the black.
He ready?
Damn. See, we knew Just had it, bro. We knew Just had it.
Brother.
No games.
But you
season.
I'm telling you, man, I need some Chuckers, man, for real. I need some Chucks. Like, I like the low cut. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But then let me tell you the truth, because you know what I'm saying. Again, you know what I mean. I'm about person. Remember when the Tim came up, the Oxfords, the low top Tims. You know what I'm saying. So you brought them shits. You know what I'm saying. You put your jeans over the shits because they still look like they were the high top shits, but they were low top. Yo, I had them shits. I was fooling motherfuckers all the time. I was like, yo, my man's got. Man, what the fuck you got these midget motherfucking Tims on? What they ain't water your Tims? Like, this mug said, what they ain't water your Tims?
Like those boots ain't comfortable for me anymore, so I wear Chelsea's.
Chelsea's.
I feel like Chelsea's is way more expensive. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter what brand you get. Just get some Chelsea's. And then you could wear them with, like, if you do like a button up, you could wear a button up with jeans with Chelsea's. It's just kind of like laid back. You could wear Chelsea's with a suit without a tie because it's just laid back. Or you could just wear some Chelsea's with some jeans.
Could you go get your Chelsea so I can see what they look like, and then maybe I can go get them? Do you mind?
I don't know where they are. I think they're in the bin because I'm gonna bring them out in the winter. But
you got some Chelsea's.
You got some Chelse's.
He's about.
I
don't know what.
I recognize them. I just didn't know what they were called. I don't own a pair.
Yeah, I mean,
nice. you high fashion, Ralph.
No, because here's the thing. I used to do part time at Belt just to pay out some stuff, and I learned that nowadays you pay so much money for fabric. And sometimes it's not even worth it. So I'm not a dude who will pay for the brand anymore. I pay for the style. So I can get a pair of Chelsea's and put on some like Dr. Scholl's things, for example, and they'll last me 2-3 years and I only pay $40.
Ah, got you.
You know what I'm saying?
You go for the look because people don't really care as long as you look good.
Right. Because it was a real sad thing to see, like specifically my community, I'll talk about them. They will pay literally $100 for a pair of Levi's. And I'm sitting here like Levi's is dope, but I can go to TJ Maxx and pay $25 for Levi's.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm not going to pay for $100 Levi's at Belt. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Mhm.
where I could get quality jeans for 20, 30 bucks, that's
Or
gonna
you get,
last me.
or you could get the because it's jeans, right? I used to that was one of my selling points when I worked at Fines. So we
Mhm.
used to have web jeans, right? Web jeans you get 2 for 40. So you know these shits are
Okay.
not gonna last you, Raph. They're not. But when they fresh out the pack, that's what Chelsea. Okay, got you. That was Chelsea's
Okay.
guy.
Chelsea's.
Okay, cool. Okay, there you go. Those shoes is long as shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you, Just. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
almost
I
touched
mean,
Raph in the forehead. Like when you held him up right there, it almost broke the fourth wall and touched him. All right. So you know what I'm saying. So what I used to do, I used to say, yo, go get the $30 polo shirt and get these
Mhm.
$20 web jeans. Don't get the $80 polo pants. You don't need them because people aren't going to recognize your jeans. Because you're
right.
wearing, I said, you're wearing a basic blue jean. It's not like it's got a whole bunch of shits and giggles on it. You know what I'm saying? It don't. This is like when Maurice Malone and shit was out there when you had the 3M down the side and then matches and all that shit. So if you're just about to get a basic pair of jeans, go get the polo shits. Go get the polo shirt. Get the expensive shirt. Go get the cheap jeans for 2 for 40. That way, if you can spend $80 on jeans, you get 4 pairs of jeans. That way, and anybody they ain't gonna last. So what? You know what I'm saying? You're not out here, you know what I'm saying? And what's that? You might as well say you got 4 pairs of jeans, you good now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Boom. Get your web jeans with the polo. Guess what? You go to the club and boom, now you good. Now you good. You put them on because people don't care about the jeans. I ain't no, I had never had anyone come up to me like, oh shit, you're not wearing Bugle Boy jeans. I can't talk to you.
The Bugle Boy.
No,
They
That's a
has
taking it
anyone
fact.
ever
back.
come up to you and said, hey,
As
are
an
those
adult, no.
Levi's?
As
Are
an
those
adult, no.
Levi's? Are those
No.
Fat Farm jeans? No,
No one
no,
cares.
no one
No, I mean,
cares.
but as a kid though, I understand because
Right.
you know, as adults we put such a high mark on brand. But
Yeah.
as an adult, I really don't care. Like I could outdress most people in brands that nobody's even heard of because
Ooh,
it's just
talk
about the
heavy.
look.
Yeah,
Oh no.
It's just
Raph.
about the look. Like
See,
I found out something that I would tell people when I was working at Bell. Like if you want a suit, it doesn't matter what brand it is. I could hook you up with a suit. You pay half of what most people would pay, and it would be already tailored off the rack. You just gotta know what you're buying. So you
Mm-hmm.
get a slim fit suit, and most people would be like, "Oh shit, I don't want it to be too tight." If you a 44 around in a jacket, you get a slim fit suit at a 46, so it'll already
Mm-hmm.
be tailored. Get short, boom, top is already
Exactly.
there. Same with pants. If you were 34, get a 36, already tailored, bam, right out the door. After that, throw in a little handkerchief in there, get the thing with no tie. I mean, you coming out looking fresh to death, and you ain't got to pay but like 200 bones.
and yo, see,
That
that's what I'm
is.
saying. That's a prop. That's the thing about being able to dress
Mm-hmm.
and getting dressed. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are able to dress, you could put me and Raph in TJ Maxx, and we could find 4 or 5 outfits,
Oh,
and then
absolutely.
we'll go out that mug and wear pajamas outside because you know what I'm saying. You didn't think to wear pajamas. You know what I'm saying. This pajama top. I had a whole Fat Farm pajama set. Muggs thought it was a linen suit. It was loungewear. I wore that shit to the club like 8 times, like easily, because it was. You know what I'm saying? Because what it was like it was so different. Everybody, because this is a time when everybody's rocking Fat Fit, wearing Fat
Yeah.
Farm and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. Let me get this lens. Oh, I saw that in the lounge. What is $30? All
Yep.
right, cool. Now I don't have to get. Now I don't have to get the You know what I'm saying? Now I don't have to get the velour suit that everybody else got on. You know what I'm saying? And it's summertime too. I got the, you know what I mean, the bim, and it's real. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Rock it open with
Only
the
people that
t-shirt.
know that it's quote unquote loungewear are people that actually like really wear the stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Really well
Like,
lounge.
cause like I still like Polo Ralph Lauren. I wear a lot of it. So
Mhm.
I've seen people like, oh, okay, that's a loungewear joint, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm rocking my joints in the house. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I'll be like, oh, he got the loungewear. I'm like, do he even know, or he just rocking it because it's Polo? You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you rock
Sometimes
it like
you,
shit. Beats and
Yeah,
bars.
you do.
I
you
had
look homeless.
I know not the actual beats and bars. They didn't look homeless. But there was those pajama shorts I had on the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? I had those. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Well, like even with polos, like Ralph Lauren makes some good polos, but
Mhm.
Although people be knocking on them, Hollister. If you go to Hollister and you put on a polo, their sizes are crazy, like different, but it will make you look like you buff just because of the way it's designed.
Yeah, but I like polo. I guess it's one for me. Just grew up with the brand, but you can get your joints custom as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll see a joint that says, the tag will say custom sized. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you size it out, based on your joint. And then you can also do things like, get your initials. So I got a few of my shirts. If I order them online, I'll get my initials.
Of course you do, Just.
All heavy, Just.
Go ahead, bro.
All heavy, Just.
How much? We talking custom, right?
How much? No, we talk about. Listen, hold on. Let's talk about this. Me and Raph are talking about balling on a budget, looking good on a budget. You're saying, hey, yo, I want monogram polo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Made out of alpaca. I ordered them custom. They got that shit right there.
You just gotta wait a little bit longer.
$2,000 alpaca.
It's not the same price though. You pay about maybe $150 for one shirt. I can get like 7.
Shout out to Damon for the Gordon Cottrells. Hell yeah, you gotta Gordon Cottrells. 100% Gordon Cottrell, you know what I'm saying? Made out of iceberg lettuce and other things of natural abilities. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Yeah,
but yo, we supposed to end on that shit. This month, like, Just, you said, yo, I get my initials. I wait a little longer because I want my initials embroidered.
Yeah, of course.
Vibranium.
Because you're a baller, bro.
I'm not a baller. I live in Durham. I live in Durham.
That doesn't mean anything. Look, all it does is that it justifies exactly what we've all been saying. You a baller, and it's okay. I love you being humble, though, bro. I love it.
I'm not a baller. Look, anybody can order it offline.
Listen,
anybody can do it.
Anybody
just don't know,
but nobody would.
But nobody would. You know what it is. Hey, so just. How much does getting your initials put extra on the shirt?
It's like maybe $5 or $10 extra.
Sure. So you already paying.
That's a lie.
You a liar. You know what? Get out of here with your lying self, Just. I ain't going to polo nothing, B. You know what I'm saying? Get off with your lying self.
It has to be at least 15, though. At least 15.
That's okay, maybe 15.
Like my method of adding my name is I get a magic marker and I just put my 2 letters in the back of the tag.
Nah, it's at the bottom of the front of the shirt.
I could ball on a budget.
So you gotta know what you're looking for. See, that's for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom of the front of the shirt, like, yo, what's that? What you down there for? I'm saying. He had it monogrammed.
Yay, look, it's for me.
And it's custom made.
You can do the hats. You can do the hats too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, just. Hey, listen, bro.
You a baller, bro.
Go on the website. Go on the website and look.
I don't go on.
You're gonna start doing it. You're gonna start doing it.
You know why? Because I can't afford it.
You're gonna start doing it.
I don't have that just money.
Just money.
You got way more than just money.
You know why they call it just money? Because it's just money. You know what I'm saying? Just
exactly.
Be like, shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's just a stack to just. It's just a stack.
Y'all got
like what? 20 G's? Just a stack.
Money?
Like, no,
it's just money. You know what I'm saying?
Like $200 for that?
I mean, shit was.
Hey, but I ain't getting no bigger. I'm gonna be wearing it forever. I'm gonna get my wear out that mud. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean it's great quality. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not gonna knock on Ralph Lauren and polo stuff. I used to get that shit on discount because working at Bell, you get the discount. So I mean, if I could get my hands on it and pay under $15, hell yeah, I would. But I have a rule: I don't pay more than $20 for anything.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
That's a lot.
Well, when it comes to like shirts and jeans and stuff, I don't pay more than $20.
$20. Okay.
Because you could go to TJ Maxx and get the same thing for $15, $18.
I need to start going back to TJ Maxx, man, for real.
Yeah, bro. TJ Maxx and Ross, they my joints.
I can't
do the online, stuff like
you can. You can. You just don't want to.
Nah,
man, I'm broke. What are you talking about? I'm broke as a joke.
This dude.
I
know
ain't
what I'm
Steven
saying?
Jackson out here. This is
I
fake
know.
right here, bro.
Hey
This
yo,
is
let me tell you.
fake.
Hey yo, hey Raph, let me tell you something. All Justin's Bills got a zero balance. Ooh, that nigga balling,
Oh yeah,
balling.
absolutely,
He ain't got nothing past due.
absolutely.
And listen, and he used auto pay. Ooh,
Oh, wait
talk
a
heavy,
minute.
Just. That's my
Oh
man.
shit.
I'm
Oh
glad to be his
shit.
friend, yo.
Not the auto pay. Oh
Oh,
shit.
That's
everything
called
auto paid.
that's just called adulting. I'm sorry. That's
So you really do have it on auto pay. Oh
yeah,
shit.
you get discounts on auto pay.
Oh shit.
You get a discount on auto pay. What you talking
My
about?
God.
Hey, bro.
Tell you,
Salute
bro.
to you.
I'm
Shit.
telling you, it's just money. When it's just money,
Dude,
baby.
That's when you know
You
you
and they
got the
give you
money.
$10 off your
Damn.
bill if you auto pay it. Go ahead. Let me say
Oh,
$2. Sure.
Oh man,
Why pay more?
why pay more?
Because we ain't got it.
'Cause
Well, let
Everybody
me
got it.
specify. I don't
Hold on.
have it. My lady does.
Hey,
I don't
all,
have it.
all y'all got it.
Hold on. I'm about to bring somebody else to use auto pay in. You know what I'm saying? This right here, Finn,
Oh shit. Finn
Because
does
all
auto
y'all,
pay too?
you know what?
Finn got that auto pay talk too.
You,
course.
Finn, and P9 all in the same area. So I know
Right.
y'all got money.
Y'all got auto pay. Y'all
I
auto
don't
paying
have
y'all
money.
bills.
I got auto pay, but everything go to my business credit cards.
See,
I ain't got
that's
time to
it.
be.
You just gotta know how to do
Business
that. Get
credit
cash
card.
back.
Damn. He got it big too. My bad.
You know what I mean?
It's just the little people over here. That's why I'm in the
Everything pays
bottom.
on time.
Oh man, see, auto pay and monogram polo shirts. You know, that's what we're gonna leave with. So this it's like this. If you don't get nothing else in life, make sure you get to a place where you can have auto pay and monogram polo shirts. And you know what I'm saying? And that's the message. That's the message how you could be successful in life. And another thing, don't alienate anybody that you don't have to. This has been Intelligently Ratchet. I'm Bishop Omega. That's King Just. Right there's my man Raph. That's Finn, the DJ, and also a pretty good rapper. And P Nominal somewhere in the ether. So at
He's
the end
setting
of
up
the
auto
day,
pay.
He's setting up his auto pay because he got money.
he got money.
Oh, before y'all sign out,
Go
December
ahead.
10th at Transfer Code, I'm having the Tribe Called Quest party. I got a special guest coming. Click the link in my bio on Instagram. Get your tickets right now. You don't want to miss this one. It's a night of a Tribe Called Quest. Nothing but ATCQ music. Trust me on this one. You got to be there.
There it is. And that's talking to
Hey,
that,
and
yo.
where can they buy them expensive ass shirts you about to post?
Yeah, the expensive ass shirts. We need to
GoldenEraMusicInc.com. $5,000. $5,000. That's just for shipping.
Hey,
That's just for shipping.
hey, Dunny, just put one up there for 5,000. Like with
Yeah.
just minimal, you know what I'm saying, with the small gold arrow on that shit. Put it up,
Don't test
and
me.
I'm like,
Don't test me. You know I'm going to do it. I'm going to do
please,
it. Hey,
please.
it's going to be an exclusive. I'm only selling one.
Yeah, make it a
$5,000.
1-on-1.
1-on-1.
Word's born. Somebody buy that joint, I'm shutting it down.
Let's say that's it. What's so special about this shirt? It's $5,000.
I'm calling Yeezy.
Just have it say auto pay right there.
No, just on that shit. No, have it say this shirt is $5,000. This is a $5,000 shirt on the shirt, and sell it for $5,000.
There you
Right?
go.
With the art.
Yep.
$5,000.
That's it.
Somebody go buy it.
Somebody gonna
We'll
buy
see.
that shit.
We'll see Justin wear it next week.
Yep. Then he gonna pay an extra $250 to get his initials in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, so we got the links in there. So yo, the Golden Era Music, you know what I'm saying, incorporated.com. Man, make sure y'all go to Dunny's pages and buy up all his merchandise. Also get a couple beats from him. He make those too. So like I said, man, this is Intelligently Ratchet. I'm Bishop. That's Dunny. That's P Nominal, Raph, and my main man, King Just. You know what I'm saying? Can I say one more thing before we leave?
What you got?
I was beating King Just at the bouncy house place.
At what?
So my kids, so King Just comes in and join because he's one of my favorite friends. So we invited him over. The twins just turned 3. So we at Pump It Up, and they got, if you ever been to Pump It Up, they got the bouncy house obstacle
Yeah.
course. I'm racing Just. So Just is 6'12". You know what I'm saying? So when we go to jump over the little joint, I'm getting him. I'm in there. I'm beating him. Just kicks the shit out of me. His leg swings around and connects with my jaw, knocks me out. You know what I'm saying? But I still finished the race. I was woozy. He won because of technicality. But I want to say this right. I had him. So I will say I will never do that again because I'm still tired from that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But that's all I want to say. Yo, like I said, this is Intelligent Ratchet. And at the end of the day,
It's night.
there it is. We out of here, bro.
Peace.